Welcome back to Nancy's Kitchen, where the art of plant-based cooking meets the science of nutrition. All right, so today's episode is all about sushi, everything related to sushi. I'm gonna do a quick sauce. I love this sauce. It's very easy. It's 2 ingredients. So basically, you take some mustard. I like the good kind of mustard for this. You put about 2 teaspoons, and then we're gonna put our tamari sauce. You can also put soy sauce. Tamari is a type of soy sauce. The only difference is it's typically gluten-free and it has a lot more of the nutrients. And you're just gonna stir it all together. And now the reason why I like to put the mustard, typically people use wasabi, and I have yet to find wasabi without any colors added to it. So that's why I decided to make my own with mustard and tamari sauce, and voila. Now I'm going to show you guys how to make these beautiful rolls. So to make the sushi, I didn't use regular rice. I actually never cook with white rice because it doesn't really have nutrients. I use quinoa and brown rice. Now quinoa is actually a complete protein. And 1 cup of quinoa has roughly 8 grams of protein. So that's significant. And when we hear protein, we're like, what's a complete protein and what's not a complete protein? Basically, when you hear complete protein, it means it has all the amino acids, all the essential amino acids. There's 9 essential amino acids, and they're looking at another 8, but we know that there's 9. So quinoa has all of these 9 amino acids. I've combined it with brown rice because the brown rice is going to make it sticky. The quinoa on its own, it'd be hard to manipulate. So by adding the brown rice, not only am I getting more protein, I'm getting roughly, for 1 cup, 5 grams of protein. So it's going to be a high protein meal, right? So I already have some pre-cooked quinoa with brown rice here. And once it cools off, you add rice vinegar. So I've already added the rice vinegar. And I'm going to show you guys how to roll the sushi. So the one thing you have to do, the prep work is it's a lot for this. And what I mean by prep work is chopping your veggies. So in this one, I have sweet potatoes, I have cucumbers, I have carrots, red peppers, strawberries, and beets. Basically, open your fridge, whatever you have, you can use it to make a sushi roll. So I have these nice nori sheets. Once again, a source of iodine and calcium and iron. They're finding now that sushi is, that kelp and sea vegetables are actually a good source of iron. Our body recognizes the iron, and it's easier to absorb. So I'm gonna put half, okay? So we're gonna get our hands nice and dirty. It's only food, so it's clean. So we're just gonna flatten it out. You gotta make sure that you get the sides, okay? The sides is important. We're just gonna flatten it here. What I like to do is, okay, this is like a little trick. You can either put the sauce here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my mustard, and you can put any sauce that you like. I just like mustard. We're going to put it on the edge here. So once we roll it, that's going to help it stick together. And we're going to put a nice red pepper. I love sweet potatoes. Honestly, I used to make sushi rolls, plant-based sushi rolls for a while, but once I started adding the sweet potatoes, it was a total game changer. I'm putting the beets. We know beets are good for the liver. And this way, I'm also getting some raw foods in my diet, right? Because we want to eat at least 60% raw for all those good enzymes, and the raw foods have a higher content of nutrients. So I think we have here, let's put an avocado also, because avocado's yum, right? So now it's gonna be, let me just like wipe my hands quickly here. They're rolling. The cameraman was asking me, how do you roll sushi? I'm like, well, hopefully I'll be able to show it. All right, this is live, so here we go. No, it's not live, it's pre-recorded, but still. Okay, so basically you take yeah, you put it on, I don't know how you call this, but I guess the rolly thing for sushi. And then you just make sure you take as big of a roll as you can, and then you hold it tight and you just roll it all the way to the end. And voila. So the fact, look at this beautiful roll. See that? You could just eat it like this, like a sandwich. But for the purpose of show, I'm gonna cut it. Now, the key is cutting your roll. And I've learned a neat trick. What you do is, you gotta wet your knife. I usually have water in a cup, but you gotta wet your knife and make sure you have a knife with ridges. And then you cut it in half. Here, let's remove these. Cut it in half like this. And then, depends of the size, we're gonna cut each half in 3. Look at that. Woohoo! We got it. There you go. We're gonna do this one too. It's very easy to make. Once you have all the ingredients ready, it's really easy to make. Here we go. And what I found, this was like a pure mistake. I found these like little nori sheets. I thought it was a pack of big ones, and when I bought them, they were cut in half. I noticed it's easier to roll these without using this. So we're just gonna do one quickly. Here we go. I'm just gonna do this one super quickly. Same principle though. Oop. Put the mustard at the end, just so it sticks, and I love the taste. So if you like plant-based mayo, hot sauces, whatever you like, just put it in there. I'm gonna take sweet potato, and now look how easy it is to roll this. See how easy that was? Super easy. Super, super easy. I made these one tiny. You can make tiny, big ones. Yeah. Now we're gonna make quick, also here I have with rice paper rolls, and I'm gonna show you the first process is you need warm water. These are your sushi rice paper rolls. There's different sizes. Oops, here we go, that one's broken. There's different sizes. I like this size, it's a nice size, and these are made with rice. This is white rice. I prefer brown rice, but it's really hard to find. But once you do get your rice paper roll, you put it in the warm water because it does need to soak for a couple of seconds. And then I'm gonna make this one more like a fruity desserty. So I'm gonna put some strawberries. I love strawberries in sushi rolls. I'm gonna put some kiwi. I'm gonna put a beet, avocado, and a cucumber. And then, okay, so the way you roll this, you roll on one side, and then the bottom part you bring inside, and then the top part inside, and then you just continue rolling it like this. Voila. And you can either leave it like this. We'll leave this one like this. Or you can cut it, like I have a couple of cut here like this. And this is amazing with the peanut butter sauce that we made. Another thing I'm gonna make, this is like really fun. You know the sashimi rolls? Like that's when you go and it's a bit of rice and there's like a piece of tuna or salmon on it. So we're gonna do that with sweet potato. So we're just gonna bunch up a piece of our brown rice and quinoa. And here I have, here, let's get a pretty one. I have my sweet potato. That might be too big. There we go, we're gonna cut it, and we're just gonna put it on top. And here you go, look at this. It's like you can even add a little sashimi roll. So you can get creative. You can, like I said, whatever you have in the fridge, make use of it. Don't throw anything. It's very simple to make these sushi rolls, and it's healthy, right? All that fiber and nutrient-dense foods. Well, friends, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching Nancy's Kitchen, where the art of plant-based cooking meets the science of nutrition. Remember to practice mindful eating. And a little disclaimer, no animals were harmed during the making of any of these meals. See you next time, and ala po shen. Thank you.